now it should be going live real soon.
So it seems that since we have webcams on, the voice channel is capped to 25 people.
Oh, what?
Oh yeah, maybe we should turn up.
Oh, why did we have a
Webcams
cap
on,
like that?
the voice channel is capped to 25
I think
people.
it's just Discord.
Oh, what?
Oh yeah, maybe we should turn up.
Discord being Discord.
Oh, I'm restreaming
The voice channel is
Discord,
capped
that's
to
confusing.
25. So I just disabled webcam for non-organizers.
But you, yes, but if Fagans tries to kill his webcam, can we squeeze more people into the main stage?
Well, I think I'm not sure how it works, but is the cap for... I can't kill my webcam. Is the cap for...
So now the cap is gone. Now more people can join.
That's
Okay, nice.
stupid. Okay,
And the stream is 1080p on YouTube too, so
perfect.
should be fine.
Alright, I guess we should start.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, welcome everyone to Global Game Jam 2021, and this is the Linköping site, or I guess this year it's wherever you happen to be. My name is Frans Garman. I'm a member of the LiU Game Jam organizing board. You can see all of us with the red text in chat. This group is a subgroup of LiTeCode, which is a programming association at LiU. So if you're interested in programming and you like this event, then check out LiTeCode if you haven't already. We also have some help from East Sweden Game. Yeah. Alright, so let's get into it. If you haven't been to any game jams before, you maybe have some questions about what a game jam is. And it's basically an event where we go from nothing to a game in 48 hours. By doing so, you'll learn a whole bunch of new things, you'll meet new people, you'll get to challenge yourself, and most importantly, a lot of fun and a lot of goofing around with game development. So you've made a great choice in coming here. We'll start off with some information about jamming over Discord, since this might be new to a lot of people. If you're watching this on YouTube, head on to most of the game jamming itself will be on Discord. So if you want to participate, you should try to join the Discord, which is linked in the description of the YouTube stream. If you're already on Discord, these are sort of the channels that we have. We have the general info and GGJ 2021 info, which have a bunch of useful information about the jam. You should read through these if you haven't already. We also have announcements where we will post, announcements about things that are important to know about during the jam. And if you have any questions at all about the jam, you can ask in help at any time. For more general discussion and interaction, we have two channels. One is for showcasing things you're working on, so maybe you have a fun screenshot from your game or a video or maybe a stupid bug that you encountered, then Showcase is the channel to do that. And for everything else, basically, there's the general channel, which has already seen a whole bunch of discussion, and hopefully that continues. For voice channels, we have the main stage, which we are in now, and the Hangout Lounge, where you can talk to other jammers at any time. So if you're lonely, hop in Hangout Lounge, and hopefully someone else will also be there. If at any point you need to get in touch with one of us organizers, ping us using the organizer role, and we'll get notified immediately. Right. To help us out, we also have a bot called Babyboy. The most useful thing that the bot does right now is giving you a voice and a text channel for your team. So when you start working, you can use create channels and then give yourself a team name, and you'll get a voice channel where you can work in, and a text channel where you can post stuff. So yeah, that's very useful to know, and we would prefer if as many people as possible stay in this Discord during the jam, because it gives more of a sense of community instead of everyone sort of spreading out everywhere. And yeah, stay in Discord if you can. Of course, if there are technical issues, you don't have to, but it would be nice. At least post some screenshots sometimes. We also have some roles for skills that you have and you would like to work with. So if maybe you're a programmer and you want to work with programming, then you should get yourself the programmer role by going into role assignment and clicking the reaction. And this way, if someone is looking for a programmer for their team, they can do @programmer, hey, we need some programmer. Or maybe you want to do music, then people can ask for musicians and so on. So if you haven't already, go into role assignments, click the reactions and get the roles. If you need a reminder of what the bot can do !help for help. So let's get into what the actual game jam, I guess, and the schedule. So we're now on Friday, 6 p.m. We'll do the theme reveal, or we've already kind of done the theme reveal. We'll do some brainstorming and we'll form groups. That's all gonna happen very soon. In 24 hours on Saturday at 6 p.m. we'll have a halftime review. So everyone gets to show off what they're working on so far, and yeah, talk to each other. So, and then maybe in the evening you'll start to get tired of making games after having done it for over 24 hours. So then we'll have a nightly hangout with some party games and stuff in the Discord. So if you should really join that tomorrow evening. And then finally on Sunday, we'll have a final presentation, again 6 p.m. And this is also the deadline for uploading your game, if you want it to be playable during the playtesting. Yep. For the halftime review, this is basically a way for showing everyone else what you're working on. This could be a short demo, maybe a screenshot or two, maybe a video, whatever fits. Maybe you have something stupid that happened you want to show off. This is the perfect time to do it. And we'll probably do this using Discord screen sharing, but if you have something else that would also work, then we can do that. But basically, take 1 or 2 minutes and show off what you've been doing. Finally, for the upload and the demo, we'll ask you to upload your games to both globalgamejam.org and itch.io. Because yeah, itch.io is our central place for basically every game that has been made for LiU Game Jam in the past few years, and it's nice to have them there, and Global Game Jam is obviously for Global Game Jam. The links for this are in GGJ 2021 info. We'll also send out a Google slide where you'll add your game to the slide. So you can add a few screenshots, maybe a video and a short description of what your game is. And then we'll go through each of these slides during the final presentation, and you can give a short presentation of what your game is. We'll send this out later, keep an eye on the announcements channel for one. One thing to note is that the Global Game Jam site has a habit of crashing when everyone at 6 p.m. decides, oh shit, we should upload our games. So register accounts and stuff in advance, because then the upload process will be a lot easier. Yep. All right, any questions so far? No. Okay. So, for those of you who haven't seen the pre-jam stream, the theme for this year's Global Game Jam is Lost and Found. Hopefully this gives you some inspiration for what kind of game you can make, and we'll try to get some more inspiration by doing some brainstorming together. So the idea here is that we should take this theme and generate ideas of games that you can make from the theme. This is done in small groups in voice channels, and importantly, these are not the groups you will be working with during the jam. These are just for generating ideas, so don't be afraid if you
I think you muted yourself.
I did. When did that? Oh, right. Okay. Brainstorming. This is for generating ideas from the theme. So we'll do this in small groups in the voice channel, in the voice channels. And these are not the groups you will be working with, so don't be afraid if you get put with people you don't know. That's kind of the point. And then after the brainstorming is done, you can form groups for the games you want to work with. So the idea here is that you discuss the theme and what games can be made from it. No ideas are bad, so it's better to throw something stupid out there than being quiet, because maybe you can take a golden nugget from that idea and integrate it into something else. So basically build on each other's ideas. And we'll do this for roughly 15 minutes. And then we'll all come back to the main stage, and each group presents their best idea. So it's useful for someone to take notes during this. So decide someone to take notes, and then when there's a few minutes left, go through your ideas and pick the best one. And give it a catchy name so we can remember it, because we'll write down the ideas with a name and in order to make them more memorable. Alright, it's time to do the brainstorming. I will mute myself on YouTube. Back. Maybe forcefully, I'm not sure. Yeah, so let's go through all of the ideas that everyone had. We can start with group 1.
Your sound on YouTube too.
What?
Do you have your sound on YouTube too?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear myself if I unmute YouTube. Alright.
Okay, yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see here. We had a really good name, Lost in Wiki. Do you know the game Wikipedia Race? It's basically you need to take yourself from one Wikipedia article to another Wikipedia article. So from Sweden, you can take yourself to the 18th century, to Japan, to big ass anime titties or something. And the idea is, well, let's visualize this. Let's make this into some sort of dungeon crawler where you walk, where you see different doors, and then you can enter them and enter another realm. And eventually you might be hunted by other players that are in the same dungeon. I think that anything else we want to add to this idea?
No,
I think
that's the gist of it.
Right.
Yes.
Great. And the name was Lost in Wiki, yeah. Alright. Group 2.
Okay, so we mostly spun some ideas about a setting rather than like a game, but going with the Lost and Found theme, we have a game where everything is stuff that you lose all the time. So you are playing as a sock or a guitar pick or any other household object that always tends to get up, that always ends up being not where you think you left it. And you are transported to the mystical abyss dimension where everything that is lost ends up. So you are basically trying to escape through a level that's made up out of left socks and car keys and all the different stuff. And basically you have to try to use... The idea with the game would be to use like stereotypes about these objects to try to build the game mechanics as well. So guitar picks would be like springboards that you would use as jumping pads in a 2D puzzler or something like that. I don't know if we had a name for it, but we call it Lost in the Abyss.
Lost in the Abyss. Alright. Group 3.
I think that was us. We had an idea about party game, like it's sort of like Fall. Is it called Fall Beasts? Yes, it's called that. I think. And you have a
Gang Beast. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. I don't remember the name of all the games. But you get a silhouette of an item, and then you get thrown into a room with a lot of guys, a lot of other players, and they all have the same silhouette. And then there's a lot of items that have the same silhouette, and you're trying to find the correct one. And everyone's fighting over the items, and the items are like monsters or something. So it's sort of like a party game where you're trying to find the correct monster, and other people can come up and steal the monster from you before you can try know if it's correct. And that's the game. I think I forgot the name. Victor, what was the name? Someone from my group remember? Yes, that was the
What
name.
was it? I didn't do.
Finding Beasts.
Finding Beasts.
Board game?
No, it's a party game-ish.
I mean,
Uh,
offline or online?
Online. I think. I don't know. We didn't discuss that.
It could be any.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Maybe we
that's the
should
game.
emphasize that these game ideas that we're making now is not at all like games that have to be made or games that you have to choose from. They are just ideas to get people started somewhere.
Yep. Good point. All right. Group 4. I'm not sure if that was me or not, but if no one else was in group 4.
I think that was us.
Okay, go ahead.
Maybe.
I think so too.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So our, let's say, our best idea was like an adventure game. You have to take something back, something lost, and you have to go on an adventure. I don't think we discussed so much more about how this adventure would play out. So it could be anything from 3D to a 2D platformer or a side scroller. And the name was what was the name? Lost Treasure. Yeah, Lost Treasure.
Lost Treasure. All right. Group 5, was that me? I think it was.
Yes.
Yes, all right.
Franz, could I present the idea?
Yeah, go ahead.
So we had one idea that we could call Thou Shall Not Pass. And you are in this royal family and someone has died. That's not very weird, but what is weird that it's going to be a fast-paced game that is the kind of like improv storytelling and like a kind of Among Us or Mafia kind of game where you have pre-selected randomized roles that you have to act accordingly to, and then you have to improv, so you have to make everything go together. And you can play this through Discord. It's going to be audio-based game with and with some twists that is kind of like random weird prompts to just, make it chaotic and wonderful. And this is a party game.
Yeah, perfect. And finally, group 6.
All right. I don't think we discussed a title, but I decided that it should be called Overlooked, because it's like a spin on Overcooked,
Good
but
name.
instead of cooking food, you would be working in the lost and found department on a train station. And people come there and they describe the things, bags and children and whatnot that they've lost. And from these descriptions, you have to sort of visually pick out the items from a messy train station with lots of people and trains and bags and stuff. And yeah, that's about the size of it.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, and that's 6 ideas. Hopefully you are inspired to work on one of these or something else. So let's get back here. Yeah, so hopefully you liked one of these ideas. If you want to work with one of them, discuss it in one of the text channels, maybe in general, maybe stay here and talk to people in the voice channel. Yeah, basically organize something to work on a game. If you want team members, you should remember that we have these skill roles. So if you realize that, yeah, we are missing someone to do the music, you can ping the musicians and hopefully someone will answer. Similarly, if you want team members, or if you want a group, you're not sure what you want to work on, Ask people what are you going to work on. See if they need someone with your skill set, either in general or when people start creating them in the dedicated channels. At this point, remember that the bot can create channels for you. So if you start to get an idea and you want to work with it, create a group of channels for your idea or for your team, and start discussing things there. If you need any help finding teams or team members, you can ping us organizers. And I think that's about it. Unless there are any questions or comments from anyone.
I was going to add that it would have been a good idea to have. No, don't remove the groups. That if people liked a certain idea, then you could have used the voice chats for the brainstorming.
That is very good idea.
So if you don't remove the put the group 1 and 2 back, and you can use those if you.
I'm adding them again.
What?
I'm adding them again. I'm fixing it.
Good.
They are on top, so just move them down. Don't create new ones.
So I'll go back to this slide. So if you want to work on one of these specific ideas, hop into that voice channel. That's a very good idea. Or talk to people in general, and feel free to hop around until you find something.
Yes, and I'll put these in the general info as well, or in some channel.
Yeah, that sounds good. Actually, I can just copy paste that so we don't have to type everything.
Okay, you do it then.
What's the humming indeed?
One of the ideas we didn't pitch was some sort of orientation game where you're lost in a forest and someone else on Discord has the map for the forest.
Ooh.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, that would be
good.
So
Asymmetrical gameplay without the multiplayer code.
Yeah, so I'm guessing it would be one person has a map and one person is lost, right?
One person is
You could even do a multiplayer game using that. If you make a game where you just put in if you want to be the guy looking or if you want to be the guy with the map, then you could make a game where you just input a seed and it randomly generates the map and the level, and then you wouldn't have to actually do any connection stuff, and you could still do multiplayer over a voice channel.
That's freaking genius, and I know exactly how to build it. I will create group 7 if people want to discuss it.
Yeah, sure. By the way, do we have a force mute or something in this channel? Because I only see organizers and you will unmute it.
I don't think we do.
No,
we don't. We don't have any force mute.
No. All right, perfect.
I got a really awful augmented reality idea that I'm not going to do. But what if you could have? First, you'd use an AR device to scan an area, and then you'd run around and hide the AR objects, and then some other guy would take your phone, and they would have to try to find all of them.
Perfect social distancing game. Just go home to someone.
And for hard mode, they have to find the item without the AR device.
Oh yes.
Or you could combine it with the map thing. So you hide it in the AR thing, and then you give, I don't know, the phone to someone else, and they tell a third person where to go inside the first person's apartment to find things.
And it would derange into an entire what's the word when you have like a game that takes place in real life? So like when you solve a puzzle, you just find like a
ARG, I guess.
Yeah, yes, an ARG.
Yeah.
So you just find a note that says, "Oh, go to the old oak by the fountain." Can we? No, the stream is closed again. There we go. I got a little interested in the overlooked idea, but it would be annoying having to do actual multiplayer.
Wait, overlooked doesn't require multiplayer.
Well, if you want to make it a party game, I think it would.
We should, sure.
You could do disarm the bot. No, that's not what that game is called.
Maybe you should take a look at that air console thing and actually use one of the sponsors for once this year. They probably have Unity, or well, I hope they have Unity integration.
Yes, they do.
That could be an interesting challenge for this jam then.
I'm gonna hop over to hang out and see what happens there.
Okay.
Nej, men jag tycker väldigt mycket om den idén, Victor. Det skulle vara nice. Den skulle inte vara så mycket kodning heller.
Nej, det skulle vara mest art style och storyline. Så
Ja. Inte för att jag är emot kodning, men I've had a rough week.
Jag tycker ni ska köra på den. Kör på.
Vad diskuteras här?
Papers, please clone.
Ja, fast Lost and Founds Department istället.
Jag tycker att vi går på det. Jag skapar en kanal. Bot commands.
Ja, det är Gustav.
Hej Gustav.
Jag vet att ni streamar fortfarande på YouTube.